Now, how one woman's lifelong dream to become a mother became a tragic nightmare. She spent years struggling to have children, but when they finally came, she was left severely brain damaged from complications during delivery. And Andrea Canning now reports on a fierce court battle over whether the mother should even be allowed to see her children. It's a story with so many layers of heartbreak.
Becoming a mother was something Abbie Dorn had waited for her whole life.
It's something she's always wanted to be a mother.
After graduating from college and becoming a chiropractor, Abbie married Dan Dorn in a fairy tale wedding. But for years, they struggled to conceive. Then, after turning to fertility treatments, in the fall of 2005, she got the good news she was having triplets.
She was so excited to be pregnant. She was beginning to say, I don't know if I'll ever get to be a mother.
Abbie did everything that the obstetricians told her to do. They told her to stay in bed. She stood in bed.
Today, at nearly 4 years old, Esti, Yossi, and Reuvi are happy and healthy. But Abbie hasn't been able to see them in over 2 years. She's unable to live a normal life.
I love you so, so much, pretty girl.
The family's heartbreak all began when Abbie lost a lot of blood after childbirth, leading to oxygen deprivation and ultimately brain damage. Her struggle has now become a landmark case about what's best for the child of a disabled parent. Dan Dorn, who divorced Abbie in 2007, believes she will never recover and fears exposing their children to her will traumatize them. But her parents, Paul and Susan Cohen, believe otherwise and have devoted their lives to her rehabilitation. They say Abbie can communicate by speaking through her eyes, that one long blink means yes.
Is seeing your children the most important thing in the world to you?
Why do you feel it's so important for Abbie to have regular communication with her children?
A mother needs to see her children. She gave them life. The children have to know they have a mommy, and she has to know that her children are growing.
How present was Dan in the days following the tragedy?
Well, he was there all the time as well.
He did manage to bring the children a couple of times. I did put them in her arms, so she did get to hold them there.
But eventually the visit stopped, and on the triplets' first birthday came devastating news.
He said, well, I need to move on.
Did you immediately worry about the relationship between the children and Abbie when you got that phone call?
Yes, I did.
And so began a bitter family feud, now playing out in court.
Abbie has a right, a constitutional legal right to have her parents, her representatives, request visitation on her behalf.
Dan Dorn's attorney released a statement saying, while the grandparents criticized the father, they denied him any footage or medical update of Abbie's condition before opening their home to Good Morning America. This case is sad and tragic. However, it is also legally complex, and there is no reason to try this case by public opinion. His medical experts argue Abbie is in a vegetative state with virtually no hope for recovery.
Do you see Dan's side of it at all?
I do, in that he is fearful. He's fearful for his children. I think that he lacks knowledge.
The Cohens say Abbie is able to utter words and is making huge improvements through daily therapy that includes everything from music to sound vibrations that help stimulate the brain. She can even run a special program using her brain waves.
Someone may look at Abbie and think she's not all there.
She feels, she cries, she smirks, she smiles. I know that Abbie's there. It's well beyond a mother's love.
That love can be seen in this painting the Cohens had commissioned for their daughter. Abbie walking the dunes of South Carolina with her 3 laughing children. It's the picture-perfect life she should have had, but they vow to never give up.
If all she can say to them is 1 or 2 words and show in her eyes how much she loves them, I think that will mean a great deal to those children.
Abbie's doctors believe seeing her children will help improve her mental condition. Her parents say she lights up around her nieces and nephews. And George, the trial is set for May 13th.
What a sad story.